At 6 tonight, breaking news in Rhode Island's high-stakes pension lawsuit we first told you about live at 5.
A proposed settlement agreement is reached in a legal challenge against the state's 2011 pension overhaul.
The proposed settlement agreement is an important step toward providing certainty for our public employees and our cities and towns, and I believe is in the best interest of all Rhode Islanders now and to secure our future.
Governor Gina Raimondo spearheaded the legislation to rein in public employee pension obligations.
Now, the deal will end all but 2 of the multiple cases challenging the pension law. However, it needs to be passed by the General Assembly.
And we have Eyewitness News in-depth team coverage at 6. WPRI.com reporter Ted Nesi is standing by live with more reaction from the governor and what comes next.
But first, we go to Eyewitness News reporter Perry Russum with reaction from one of the union leaders who accepted this settlement.
The proposed settlement that's been reached covers 59,000 Rhode Islanders. After today's hearing, we spoke with the union leader who says settling was the practical thing to do. Now that a settlement is in place, it's up to the judge and General Assembly to approve it.
We believe this is the best that we could have done even at the end of a series of court proceedings.
Robert Walsh is the executive director of the National Education Association Rhode Island Teachers Union.
We took a very, very large cut. It's more than a haircut. It was a very large cut for all categories of folks.
This is in response to a 2011 pension law that would potentially save the state's taxpayers $4 billion. It was challenged by the state's retirees and workers who argued the law was unconstitutional.
We have succeeded in resolving all but 2 of the cases.
Former state Supreme Court Chief Justice Frank Williams says the 2 groups that voted no to the deal are about 800 police and firefighters.
This is the first time, as someone observed during this process, where the next generation's not going to do as well as the prior generation. This is a big deal.
And as for the 2 unions that voted no to this settlement, they still have the ability to go to trial. No word yet if they will or not. Live in Providence with the Mobile Newsroom, Perry Russum, Eyewitness News.
Now, this deal impacts tens of thousands of past and present state and municipal employees and every Rhode Island taxpayer. The settlement proposal includes cost of living increases and one-time stipends.
WPRI.com reporter Ted Nesi continues our in-depth coverage tonight with more on what the governor has to say live from the Rhode Island State House.
The governor's office finally just answered one of the biggest questions surrounding this pension settlement. How much will it cost taxpayers? A lawyer for Governor Raimondo tells me that the shortfall in the pension fund, which currently stands at about $5 billion, will increase by about $300 million more if this settlement is approved. But Governor Raimondo said it's worth it because it would end the uncertainty surrounding the pension law.
The proposal keeps our state on a path toward fiscal and financial stability. Everyone has dug in and worked hard in good faith to take us to this point. And I look forward, for my part, to working with the General Treasurer and with the parties and with the General Assembly and all stakeholders to draft and pass legislation and then moving forward to secure Rhode Island's future and to secure the retirement of tens of thousands of our valuable employees.
This process is far from over, though. Full details about the pension settlement are supposed to be filed with the judge by April 13th. Then the judge will hold a fairness hearing where she'll look at whether the settlement is reasonable. And then, as you heard Perry Russum say, their state lawmakers also need to approve it on their own timetable. So it'll be a busy few months for everyone involved, and we'll be staying on top of it. Outside the State House, Ted Nesi, Eyewitness News.